A group of North Queensland students are warming up their soldering irons in preparation for Robot Wars. Robot Wars is like a smash-em-up derby for robot vehicles. The machines are built from scratch by the members of the newly reformed James Cook University Robotics and Electronics Club.
The basic premise of the event is we're trying to help people to build a robot and get it working. The robots will compete across a series of events, so it starts out with a simple drag race, works its way up to a timed completion of a circuit, and will eventually culminate in an all robots on the track at once. At this stage there's 23 entrants, so there'll be 23 robots circulating the track at once, basically trying to be the last robot on the track. So they'll be pushing and barging and fighting to try and stay on the track and keep circulating to be the last robot standing.
Club President Chris Roberts says with robotics so pervasive in modern life, there was a real need for a club in North Queensland.
Robotics clubs at the unis down south are becoming a lot more common, and overseas very common. But obviously up here, this is the first time we've actually started a dedicated robotics club up here in North Queensland, so we're pretty happy to get something up and running.
The infrared technology the robots use to navigate is similar to that used by robotic vacuum cleaners and enables the machine to differentiate between black and white to stay on track. The racing robots are pretty easy to make. Chris says even a beginner can get one up and running in just a couple of hours.
The event itself is really just a tool to make robotics and electronics fun. The things that, like the skills that people learn in building these robots will set them up for any sort of electronics project they want to do. And they can be as boring as building a sensor light in your house. It could be as mundane as building a sprinkler system that can measure water in the earth and turn itself on and off as required. But it's these sort of skills, working with programming boards, working with actually building components and designing things and putting them together, testing them and fixing them when they don't work, because that invariably happens. So it's basically building those skills through a fun event rather than sitting down trying to teach someone. No one wants to be lectured to.
There may be a perception that electronics is just for nerdy types, but Chris says the club's members are actually a pretty diverse bunch.
If you see some of the members, I mean, we've got young and old, we've got guys and girls, we've got some pretty nerdy, we've got some who you see out in the football field. It's great because people are coming in and they're apprehensive and they're nervous, and some people don't even want to touch things because they don't want to break them because they don't know how they work. And after an hour, people are putting things together and up to their elbows in components, and that's why the club exists.